Hello, YouTube family. This is Ravi, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm very thankful for every one of my ServiceNow family. Without this, I would have never reached 20K subscriber. And thank you so much because this is a huge number for educational content. This is purely an educational content which I'm bringing since 2 years now. It's not a blog, it's pure dedication. So this number is big for me, and I hope we will reach 50K very soon. And I'm announcing one important part. As I promised, we have reached 20K family. Now I am going to bring a new series on service portal development. So how we can bring or how we can build service portal from scratch. This is gonna be launched next week from zero. So stay tuned for that. And right now we'll go back to our UI builder part. So in the last class, we have built our UI builder link. When I click on this link, it was opening a incident record on the same UI builder page. So that was happening. And now what we are going to do is whatever the button if you see here, this is for this incident, this is for this one, and this is for this one. So when I click on this button, and the ticket is in progress, or let's say whatever the ticket state is, if I click on this button, it should resolve or it should close. So this was my last class. What we did, we have just added it. Now what I'm going to do is I'll rename this button to, let's say, resolve or close. So once we close it, the incident should close. And when I click on this button, it will tell me that whether the current incident is in which state. And if it is in new, in progress, and all that state, I can go ahead and close it. So how it is possible to build in ServiceNow? So we'll come back on the UI page and let's make little big. Okay. So now click on this button and let me just rename this button to resolve. Or we can close. Okay. So we can close this button, close this incidents record. And what we build, if you remember, we have built our custom model. So what I'm going to do is I am going to delete this model. Okay. And I will build my new model. And this time I'm going to build a new model called conform. And in this conform, I am going to ask this, are you sure? Okay. Are you sure you want to close the record? Okay. This will be the heading over here. But what will be the content body? Here I need incident state. What is the current state of the incident? Second, what is the incident short description? And accordingly, I will do it. As of now, you can see only 3 records. So let me bring more record over here. So if you remember on day 4 of our UI builder, day 3 of our UI builder series, we have created our data lookup record. If you remember, then we had 3 records because of the filter. So I'm going to change this filter today, and I'm going to change this filter to remove this. So state, I'm going to add a filter whose state is, I'm so sorry, state is one of either new or intro, not empty, in progress. Okay. Then state in progress, then apply. Okay. Let's see how many records are coming up. So there are 143 records whose state is new, and let's make it little small, guys. It's look very big. So let me change it to category. Sorry, category. Category is hardware, and let's see how many are coming up. 15 record, and this makes sense. So we have 15 records, this category hardware and state new and in progress. Okay, this is what I am in need of. So now see, we have 15 records, and you have this button where you can go ahead and check with different incident number. Perfect. Now in the content of this button, which I have used a close. So what I'm gonna do is scroll up, whatever the confirm, let me rename it. So let's say ask user. Okay, this is the button name, ask user. Actually model name, not button name. Button name is close. In the content, what I'm gonna do is I want to display the incident number short description. So what I can do is I can go to formula, and we have this formula called concat. In this concat, I can bring a value from data resource, and this is the one which we have created, if you remember, single record. And here we can bring number, display value, and here I can mention is in, or the number is in. The better is hyphen state value is, or state is plus sign. Make sure that when you use it, put it in quotes. Without quotes, it won't be taken up. You have to put this in a quote. So, and let's bring the state, display value. Perfect, apply. As of now, let me save and check what it is showing up. Refresh the page of our UI builder screen. And now we have these 3 dots. It will show you. If I click on close, nothing is happening. Why? Because if you remember on the button, which is nothing but close here, this close button, we called a event, and that event we have deleted. I have created a new event. So what I am gonna do is, when the button is click, let me delete this. When a button is click, add a handler and open and close. Okay. Continue. Okay. What is the model? Ask user. That's all. Add. So now let's save it. Okay. Let's go and refresh the page and just see what is happening. So when I click on close button and see incident 10184 is in new state. Perfect. 0226 is in new state. Okay. By the way, guys, to get this information available on the button, we have a button already in place. Now the requirement is when I click on yes, it should close. It means that if I click on this button, something should happen. It will go and update the record. Right? So on this case, ask user is the model button which we have created, and here we can see primary button. This is the primary button, yes, and the cancel button is cancel. So when I click on yes, an event will call. So we have to build an event. Click on add event, and what you can choose when the primary button is called, click on continue, and here we will add a handler. So what handler I am gonna add is, I am gonna add a update record. So what we're gonna do is we can create another data resource, and here we are gonna create update record, single record. See? Okay. Now see, only when invoked. Means whenever I click on the button, then only it's gonna invoke. There are 2 options. One is only when invoked, and when you see the other option, right now other option is not showing up, but I will show you. So this is when you click on button, then this will be invoked. Okay. Now let me close this. Let me go back to the lookup records and see there's an option called immediate. If you use lookup records, it will show you 2 options. Immediately, only when invoked. This is happening immediately. That's the reason you are seeing all this option here. So now what we need is, it will only trigger when we are gonna call this button. So to call this button, I will go ahead and use the handler there. Let me change this name. Okay. Close this. Now let's go back to the button. Add a event handler. So let me delete this back. Let me add it again. Primary button is clicked. Continue. Add handler. Scroll down. Update record. Update close record. This is the one which we have created. See, update to close. This will execute. Click on continue. When I click on continue, which record is gonna pull? So we have to choose a table, and then we have to choose the record. So all should be dynamic. It is not constant value here. So you have to click on the dynamic content. So table, we'll click on this. Or let me choose such incident table. Okay. And here we can call the record. So record is where? Record is in our client state. Records this ID I have to update. So same records this ID I have to update. So I'll click on this, double click, apply. So now whenever you choose an incident, the record is gonna be updated. I think I have selected the wrong one. Incident record, yes. Client stage record. Like field value is not required. I can delete this. Why affect field value? Yeah. Field value is not required. So table and records this ID. Once you are done with this, click on add. So it will execute the data when you click on that. And now my point is, guys, if you go back to incident, let's say, I go back and click on all and choose any incident of your choice. For example, this is in progress. Let me choose this incident. So to close any incident, there are two things that you have to take care. What? Resolution information. For example, if I go ahead and click on close, see these two become mandatory. So this should be resolution code, let's say solution provided, and if we need any data, so actually we will make it hard coded, or you can make it dynamic with the help of short description, same thing, put it here. So this has to be filled. So what we can do is go back here, click on the execute data resource. In the edit field value, we can use close state is closed and resolution code is solution provided and the resolution note is, let's say, I am closing the ticket. Apply. Okay. Apply. Then save. Then go back to our record. Refresh the page. Let me close this ticket and let me open this to check whether it is closing or not. This is right now in new state, and I hope everything is pre-filled. Number, channel, caller. Yes. Let me update something here. Is there? It is saving. It is, let's see. It is saving the record. Now let's go back here. Click on close. When you click on close, it is a new state, and yes, let's go back and check. From the backend, see, it is closed. And from here, scroll up, see, admin has modified the field. Perfect. It is working as expected. It is working as expected, guys. But if you notice, when I click on close, it didn't give me anything. See, if I click on yes, it does not give me anything. That all we will configure as well. So again, I'm repeating, we have created a model, we have configured the event, in the event whenever the yes button is clicked, executing it, and the this current record will be updated and then apply. Done. So this is happening as expected, correct? Now, the point here which I'm trying to explain you is, close this. Now, if you click on close, not much data is appearing. See here. Nothing is being appeared here. Doesn't make sense. It is closing, but how I will know that it is closing? So what I'm going to do is, I'll go back. I will come to update to close. And here I can add an event. Which event I can add? So let's add an event. Click on mapping. And let's say operation initiated, or operation succeeded, or operation failed. We have three options. So when I click on the button, the operation succeeded. Okay. Continue. So one operation succeeded is coming up. So now what we can do is, we can again add a component called loader. But guys, to make you understand that component, let me cancel this. When the button is clicked, I want to add a component called LOADER. Set loading state. This component is widely used in UI Builder so that it will just give you that page is loading. Like when I click on this, and if I type google.com, the page will load, correct? So just for some seconds, the page has appeared. Example, let me type here ServiceNow community. So see, if I click on this, it is loading. The page is loading. Example. So what I'm trying to say is, whenever the page is loading, why not to show that component here? That is called set load state, option to display loading state. If I click on this, give you a loading option. Now what loading you are adding? You can just type your loading and you can add a loading text. We are performing the operation. Okay. This we can use, we are performing an operation, or you can type as per your requirement and add. So this message will be added whenever you click on yes button. When the primary button is clicked, this loader component come into picture. You can click on loading, you can add a text, and then done, click on save. Okay. Now go back to our update to close. Here we have added an event called operation. So once first the page will load, and then this message will come, operation succeeded. And here you can add the event again called loader. Continue. So when you add here, what you want? You can say that operation succeeded already, but here also you can add a text that operation succeeded, the incident is closed. All this option you can add. Okay. So we can do one thing without click. The first stage is to when the button was clicked and the page was loading. Second time I don't want my page to load. So what we can do is we can just leave it as it is. Okay. Now operation is succeeded. You can add a handler, and in this handler I want the page to be refreshed, or I want the data to be refreshed. So I can use refresh command. So which record to be refreshed? You can check here. Single record, lookup records. Obviously, I am gonna use the single record one which I have created here. I want both, then you can choose both. So this also you can choose, and this also you can choose. So refresh this and add handler again. Sorry. Refresh this. Continue. Add handler. Oh, what happened? Refresh. Lookup record. Continue. Add. Okay, I didn't click on add. Then the refresh. Continue. Now see what is happening. Whenever you click on button, primary button is clicked, it will execute a data resource. It will get the current incident sys ID. What it will do, it will change set the state field with all these details, and then it will go and load the it will give you the loading option where you can put a text like we are performing the operation, and once it is done, we have updated to close. Here you have called only when it is called or invoked. Events we have added operation succeeded, load the state, refresh both the data resources. And let me save and check whether it is working or not. Go ahead, refresh the page. So this incident was already closed, so I'm keeping this incident now. Copy this. Let me open this incident side by side. So this is the incident number, which is in progress state. And now I'm going to close this incident. So let's go back, click on close, click on yes. And now see, we are performing the operation. The data was coming there. Correct? And now it has done. Operation succeeded. Refresh the page, see, closed. Again, go and check. See, we are performing the operation. So it is working as expected, guys. When operation succeeded, you can write a text also there, as I showed you. So this is what you can perform with the help of a new component called event, add events, button component primary and secondary. Then we have use option called update to close, which is nothing but data resource. And you have create a model called ask the user. So if you have any question on this, please add the comment to the video and I will be more than happy to explain you. Till then, thanks so much guys, and we'll come with a new video very soon. Thank you. Have a nice day. Take care.